All right, we got another tough game this week, and looking forward to going into Cincinnati and having a good day.
Bill, have you had to adjust anything, how you approach things without Demarius, in terms of scheme and how you approach it?
Well, we've been, just trying to keep our head above water, as you know, this entire season, like every other NFL team. So we're enjoying the younger guys getting more turns, and I think they're developing, and they're on a good route. So.
Last week, do you have to watch sort of how defenses react to you without Demarius?
Well, I think they're learning about us just like we're learning about ourselves, the opponents are. So we don't have a lot of tape on any of our young guys, so that's an advantage, I think, in some ways. So we're trying to take advantage of that.
Last week you called the newfangled line. You got athletes and maulers.
Yeah.
What have you seen now in 2 weeks that's working with that group? Because clearly something, they've come together in that short of time, but they're playing well.
No, they are. They are. And the O-line is judged by the entire unit, and they meet a lot. They're here overtime, working in cases in there, early mornings, late at nights, and I think they're really working on that synergy to get up to speed immediately. So it's showing on the field. We really have a terrific group. The guys on offense really love football. They love being a Denver Broncos, so it's fun to come to work with guys like that.
People talk about during the offseason, offensive lines need weeks and months to get together. What's been different? How have they done it in 1 week and then back-to-back?
Well, they've worked awfully hard. They put in the overtime hours, and then they've done a nice job of making adjustments during the games, as we all know. And it's not been smooth sailing the entire time in these games. And they come over to the bench, and they meet with their coaches and make those quarter-turn adjustments so we can improve as the game wears on.
How would you evaluate how they've been the past 2 weeks?
Well, I'm excited to be associated with them. We've got a lot of confidence in them, and we can do a number of things on offense, both in the run game and pass game with this group.
The evolution of Philip Lindsay is a dynamic force in your offense. It's averaging just a shade over 14 touches a game right now. Is that preservation? Is that scheme? Can you just give me a sense for how that works and how you want it to work moving forward?
We want it to work more. We want more of the good stuff, not just for Phillip, but for everybody. We want more touches for Cortland, Deshaun, Royce, Emmanuel, our guys. So we're hoping for more of the good stuff, and Phillip is at the top of that list.
How do you think? Vance said that Phillip has the courage to run through darkness. Have you been surprised about how he runs inside?
Well, that was one thing we noticed early on with this guy. Not everybody has the vision to run in between the tackles, and he does. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he has great vision. He can find that crease and that crevice, and then, of course, he just hits at full speed before it can close up in an instant.
How have you seen Case balance avoiding turnovers but still taking those deep shots down the field?
He's done a super job of balancing that, and that's a fine line. And there's going to be other turnovers coming. We don't want to be unrealistic thinking that it's going to last forever, because we want him to throw the ball with anticipation, take a chance here and there. You've got to take some chances against these NFL defenses to fit balls into small windows. So really appreciate what he's done recently, and we just want to keep building on it.
What have been your impressions of working alongside special teams coordinator Tom McMahon? It seems like he's got a real good connection with a lot of his players.
Yeah, he does. I worked with him in Atlanta one year, with Bob Petrino. Can't believe I survived that year. But I say that out loud?
No.
But Tom is a super fella. Really glad when we hired Tom here, all of us other coaches got a lot smarter on that day when we hired him, and he's just a terrific guy. They're blocking kicks left and right. I love watching him practice out here. It's just a good operation they got going in the special teams department.
How were you able to survive that year?
Yeah. Well, I think I've suppressed all that.
Yeah. I think that Cortland has adjusted to the bigger load since Demarius was traded.
I think he's adjusted well. We missed a couple times the other day trying to connect with him, so we're looking forward to being better when we do target him, starting with this week. But I think he's done a super job. With the more turns, the more experience, we're able to now move him around a little bit, not just leave him at the split end spot. And I think that'll help him too. Have him play the flanker, have him play the slot, put him in motion, those type of things. And that'll be part of his development. He's embracing it.
Is Lacoste ready for an expanded role, and how would that work with being Parker? How do you characterize those two? Is Parker more the blocker type and just kind of blend them? Or?
Yeah, I'd say Parker's more physical. Matt is better in the pass game, but both of those guys have traits that we can't wait to feature. So it's been a deep tight end group, and even though we've lost our 3 guys, we're excited about Tamarick Hemingway too being active. So thank goodness we've got good depth in the tight end department.
What did you think about the touchdown celebration after that?
Yeah, outstanding. I watched them rehearse it there in the building. Was it Thanksgiving Day when they did it? Maybe the day after when it was windy, and the rehearsal was much better than the actual performance. But both were good. Both were good. So, boy, and we just love what leads to that. So we're hoping for a lot more of those celebrations. That means we're scoring a lot more touchdowns.
Have they been rehearsing any other ones we should know about?
I think that was the only one, but we'll see. Emmanuel is the choreographer, and so he'll, I'm sure, have something else up his sleeve. His mind is always working. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.